Is Queen Camilla the most notorious mistress in history? The answer to this question may depend on one's perspective and opinion, but there is no doubt that Camilla Parker Bowles, the second wife of King Charles III and the future Queen of Great Britain, has had a long and controversial journey to the throne. She has been in the public eye for decades, yet precious little is known about her personal life, her relationship with Charles, and her role in the royal family. She has been vilified as a marriage wrecker, a social climber, and a scheming adulteress, but also praised as a loyal companion, a devoted mother, and a charitable patron. In this blog post, we will explore some of the facts and myths about Camilla, from her remarkable childhood to her transformation from mistress to monarchy. Camilla was born in 1947 in London to Rosalind and Bruce Shand, a wealthy and well-connected couple who raised her and her two siblings in a loving and supportive environment. She had some notable ancestors, such as Alice Capel, a mistress of King Edward VII, and Thomas Cubitt, a famous builder who designed many parts of London. She attended various boarding schools and finishing schools, where she developed a passion for horses and hunting. She was not particularly academic or ambitious, but she had a lively personality and a good sense of humor. She met Charles in 1970 when he was 22 and she was 24. They were introduced by a mutual friend and they hit it off immediately. They had a lot in common, especially their love for the countryside and the equestrian world. They also had a strong physical attraction and a deep emotional connection. They started dating, but their relationship was doomed from the start. Charles was the heir to the throne, and he was expected to marry a young, virgin bride from a noble family. Camilla had already had several boyfriends before him, and she was not considered suitable for the role of princess. Moreover, Charles had to leave England to serve in the Royal Navy for 8 months, during which time they drifted apart. Camilla married Andrew Parker Bowles, an army officer and a former boyfriend of hers, in 1973. They had 2 children together, Tom and Laura. Charles married Lady Diana Spencer, a 19-year-old aristocrat and kindergarten teacher, in 1981. They had 2 sons together, William and Harry. Both marriages were unhappy and unfaithful. Charles and Camilla rekindled their affair in the mid-1980s, while Diana also had several lovers of her own. The public was unaware of the royal scandals until 1992, when tapes of intimate phone conversations between Charles and Camilla were leaked to the press. The media dubbed Camilla as the other woman and the Rottweiler, while Diana became the people's princess and the wronged wife. The public sympathy was overwhelmingly on Diana's side, especially after her candid interview with BBC's Panorama in 1995, where she revealed her bulimia, her suicide attempts, and her loneliness in the royal family. She also famously said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." Charles and Diana divorced in 1996 after years of separation and humiliation. Camilla and Andrew divorced in 1995 after living apart for most of their marriage. Charles and Camilla continued their relationship in secret until they made their first public appearance together in 1999 at a birthday party for Camilla's sister. This was part of a carefully planned strategy to gradually introduce Camilla to the public and the royal family as Charles' partner. The Queen initially disapproved of Camilla, but she eventually accepted her after seeing how happy she made Charles. The other members of the royal family also welcomed Camilla into their circle. The biggest obstacle for Charles and Camilla's relationship was the memory of Diana, who died in a car crash in Paris in 1997. Her death shocked the world and sparked an outpouring of grief and anger towards the royal family. Many people blamed Charles and Camilla for driving Diana to despair and death. They also feared that Camilla would replace Diana as the mother of William and Harry, who were still young at the time. Charles and Camilla were careful not to overshadow Diana's legacy or to alienate her sons. They waited until 2005 to get married, after William and Harry gave their blessing. They also chose to have a low-key civil ceremony at Windsor Guildhall instead of a lavish church wedding at Westminster Abbey. Since their marriage, Charles and Camilla have been working hard to improve their image and reputation among the public. They have taken on various royal duties and patronages that reflect their interests and causes. They have also shown their support and affection for William and Harry and their families. They have been praised for their professionalism, their dedication, and their warmth. They have also been more relaxed and confident in their public appearances, often displaying their humor and their love for each other. Camilla's transformation from the most hated person in the UK to the Queen is complete. On May 6, 2023, she will be crowned Queen of Great Britain at Westminster Abbey, alongside King Charles III. She will be the first Queen Consort in history who was previously married and divorced. She will also be the first Queen Consort who was openly the King's mistress before becoming his wife. She will face many challenges and expectations in her new role, but she will also have many opportunities and privileges. She will have to balance her loyalty to her husband, her duty to her country, and her respect for her predecessor. She will have to deal with the scrutiny and criticism of the media and the public, as well as the admiration and support of her fans and friends. She will have to prove herself worthy of the crown and the title that she has waited so long to receive. Is Camilla the most notorious mistress in history? Perhaps she is, but she is also much more than that. She is a woman who has overcome many difficulties and controversies in her life. She is a woman who has followed her heart and stood by her man. She is a woman who has adapted and evolved with the times. She is a woman who will now be King Charles's queen.